Hello there. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Olanrewaju Kehinde. If this is your first time here, please click on the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on the videos that we post on this channel on a weekly basis. In the last video, we started looking at the topic parenting tips to raise godly kids. And one of the things that we said clearly in that video is that a whole lot of Christian, godly, and responsible parents seem to be raising irresponsible and ungodly kids in this present generation of ours. And we don't find that very funny at all. Because the Bible tells us clearly, train up a child in the way that he should go, so that when he is grown, he will not depart from it. And another major point that we made in that last video was that we said very clearly that anything you want your child to become, as a parent, you must become it first. Because kids see who you are above what you say. So you need to lead by example. You don't need to follow people that will tell you things like, do as I say, don't do as I do. That is not correct leadership. That is not correct mentoring. It must be a matter of do as I do. So before you tell your kids, don't tell lies. You should be able to be someone who will not be telling lies. Before you tell your kids, don't do this, don't do that. Make sure you will never be caught doing or not doing those things just the same way you are instructing your kid. And in this particular video, we are going to be moving on to give us further tips that will help us in our journey of raising godly and responsible kids. And this is going to lead me to ask us this very important question. What kind of relationship do you have with your kids? What kind of communication style do you use with your kids? You know, for many of us, when our kids are still very little, we have an awesome relationship with them. We have a very beautiful way we relate with them. But the moment they begin to grow into their preteens and their teenage years, the moment you begin to see some level of maturity, there's a level of maturity that the child begins to walk into as a teenager that wasn't there before, that you need another wisdom as a parent to be able to relate with such kids at that level. For example, when your child is still a baby, when he's still a child, any shirt you buy for him, he's going to take it, and the only thing he say is thank you, dad, thank you, mom. The same applies to the girls. Any shoe, any dress that you get for them at a particular stage of their life, that's when they are not entering into the teenage years yet. That is when you can still say that they are really babies. But the truth is that it gets to a stage when they are getting into the teenage years, that's when you really know that a change is happening in the makeup of these my children. That's when you begin to hear things like, you just bought a shirt, for example, for your son. And instead of him to even say thank you first, the first thing is saying, Dad, why didn't you tell me before buying this shirt? We should have gone there together. Because at that stage of his life, he's beginning to learn that he has the power of choice. He's able to make his choices in life. So it's not at that stage that you just want to shout on him. And many of us are authoritarian in our approach. We are authoritarian in our style. Many of us, the way we deal with these kids is that we're just telling you, go and do this. And I don't want to hear anything from you. I am your father. You even see some parents boasting that my children knows me very well, that I don't take nonsense. Excuse me. The truth is that the fact that you don't take nonsense only confirms to me that you are going to be raising pretenders and hypocrites. Because the truth of the matter is that if there's anything your child values the most, is your relationship with him. And the truth is that you can't have an impact on a child that you don't know. You cannot know a child that you don't have a relationship with. And you cannot claim to be in a relationship with a child that you don't listen to. So, and that takes me to the next question. How many of us listen to our kids? How many of us get feedback for them concerning anything? Because most of the time, we are quick to just tell them what we want to tell them. We don't want to listen to them. And the moment you don't want to listen to them, you can be sure that they are hearing you, they are not listening to you. There's a difference between the two. You can be hearing somebody because you are not deaf, but listening to the person means that you are interested in what the person has to say. And that is why you see many of these our kids who are even raised in Christian homes doing the kind of negative things that they do. A story was told of a man of God who was very popular. He goes all over the world to preach the gospel. But one of the days he came back from one of his numerous trips, and he noticed that his last born, who was a teenager, was not laughing with him, was not relating with him the way he used to relate with him. So he was asking him, oh, what's the problem? The next thing the boy said is that, Dad, I hate you. The father was so shocked. A man of God that goes about preaching love to the whole world, only for his own son to be telling him, I hate you. And the dad was like asking him, what's the problem? He said that because you don't love us in this house, you are much more concerned about preaching your gospel, building your ministry, and you are not concerned that, did you ask me any question about what is happening in my life? Are you interested in knowing what is going on with me? Do you know the areas of my life where I need you to come in to help me to take decisions? You are only interested in your ministry, you are not interested in your family. The man felt so bad that he had to cancel so many days of engagement, of ministry, so as to spend quality time with this particular son. How many of us listening to me, that your teenage son, your teenage daughter is really angry with you because you have not created a conducive atmosphere to be able to have a wonderful relationship with these your kids? And truth be told, if you don't create this kind of atmosphere, you are not going to have a wonderful relationship. If you don't have a wonderful relationship, any training that you're going to give to them is not going to be very effective. How many of us, we think we are training our kids, but we are training strangers, people that we cannot even vouch that we know, people that we cannot even vouch that we understand. I remember the story one of my friends told me many years ago when we were doing what was called NYS in my country. And the guy shared this story with me that when he was in secondary school, he was a teenager. Then the dad was a kind of man that believes in a whole lot of fetish practices. If there are issues in that particular house, what he does is that he brings in a herbalist that will come and look at what the situation is and will provide solution to the problem. So on this particular day, they were trying to solve a particular problem in the family. And this herbalist of a man said something to the dad of this my friend. And he said that do you have any son in this house that is still very innocent, that has never had sex before, that is a boy that is still a virgin? And this man confidently said, yes, I do. That my first son, that is quite young, that he's still a virgin and all that. And this boy told me he was in the bedroom. He was lying down when he heard that. So when he overheard the conversation going on between the herbalist and the dad, he pretended to have slept when he has not actually slept. Because as at that time, he told me he has had a whole lot of sexual encounters with a whole lot of girls. So he was wondering that why will his father say such? But the truth is that the father does not know him. The father could only speak based on his own assumption about who his son is. So by the time they called him out, they presented a mirror to him that he should look into the mirror. Because according to the herbalist, it is only a virgin boy or virgin girl that will be able to see what is in the mirror and be able to tell them what the solution is. But lo and behold, my friend looked into the mirror and could not see anything. The herbalist asked him to look again. He couldn't see anything. And the herbalist turned to the father and said, wow, it's like your son is already, doing things that adults do. The father never believed. He now said, okay, do you have any other person? They now called his younger sister, who is like 2 years younger than this, my friend. And the same thing happened. She looked into the mirror and she said she cannot see anything in the mirror. And everybody was now worried that what is happening here? The only person that was able to provide a solution at the end of the day was their house help, who was a lady that has been helping them in that house for a long time. And because she has been doing that job in the house because of the kind of background that she is from. So that type of a lady that is not even opportune to have the kind of education that this my friend and the younger sister had at that time, nobody expected that she will be the virgin that they were looking for. So, but out of curiosity, they just said, okay, let us bring this girl to come and check this mirror out. And lo and behold, my friend told me that when the girl got there, she looked into the mirror and she began to see a whole lot of things in the mirror. And she began to explain that this is what I can see. So that was when the father now knew that both his son and his daughter have been doing things that he could never have imagined that they are already doing. So my question to you listening to me today is that you are a parent. You don't even know what your kids are doing. You don't even have an idea. You have an assumption in your mind. But the truth is that many of us are raising strangers. And the reason because of this that affects our parenting style is because we don't have a relationship. We don't create a conducive atmosphere between us and these our kids. For example, let me talk to the fathers now. Every man knows that women are relationship beings. And many of us, we have daughters. We are not the first person to tell our daughter that, oh, Angel, you are looking so beautiful. That is part of your responsibilities. You are the person that's supposed to make her feel like a lady. Because if she doesn't hear those kind of words from her dad, and she goes out there to begin to listen to people, and they are the ones that are now going to be telling her she's beautiful because of the ulterior motive they have on her, you can be sure that very soon that lady will become irresponsible. If you don't create a conducive atmosphere, whereby your daughter can be able to confide in you, your son can be able to confide in you, trust me, you are not doing well as a parent. Because that is what is going to form a foundation for you to be able to have an impact on that child. So as you are listening to me today, you are a parent, go and make correction in this area. Because parenting is just beyond you giving instruction. You have to create a conducive atmosphere whereby if your child is worried, you should be the first person they are talking to. If there's something happening to your child, they should be able to come and approach you. Because you are supposed to be their best friends. They are supposed to be your best friends. You're supposed to have an awesome relationship so that you can tell your son anything. It is when that foundation is in place, that's when we can say that you are making preparations to actually make them to become godly kids. I hope you have been able to gain one or two things from this particular point I've made in this particular video. In the next video, we are still going to be looking at some other tips that will help you as a parent to raise your kids to be godly, responsible, and amazing in this world that we live in. Thank you, and God bless you. See you in the next video.